Okay, let's come to a comfortable seated position. And it doesn't actually matter how you have your legs, whether you have them out, stretched out, or you're in lotus or half lotus. It's the same spiel every single time that I teach. So, oh, beautiful breeze. So root down through your sit bones. You can send them away. And place your hands on your knees or in your lap, wherever they want to rest today. If you're in a receiving mode, then have your palms facing up. And if you're not feeling so grounded or rooted, just place your palms onto your knees and close your eyes and take 3 huge inhales through your nose and through your open mouth. And allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears when you exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. And last time, inhale. And exhale. And then take your hands in front of your heart center, your thumbs lightly touching your sternum. And lower your forehead down to the fingertips and just think of an intention that you'd like to set for this class. May it be for yourself, your surroundings, whatever. Has to be right for you. Very good. Take your thumbs up to your forehead and just anchor that intention in your thoughts. Very good. Now take your hands down onto your belly and circle your belly button. We're going to take a deep inhale into our belly and just expand that belly like a balloon. We just start off with 1 deep inhale. Expand that belly all the way up to your diaphragm. And then slowly but surely exhale. Try to make that nice and slow and long, pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Make sure you relax your shoulders during the entire breathing and your hip flexors and your thighs. Next, we're going to inhale. We're going to count to 4. We're going to exhale on the count of 6. So inhale, 4 into the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more repetitions. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Expanding that belly and exhale, 6, 5. Pull your belly button back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your shoulders away from ears. Inhale one last time into the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your palms left and right of your thighs and just go into your body and see how you feel. Hopefully your body is calmer and the entire monkey chatter up in your brain is silent. Next, place your hands onto your ribs gently. We're going to inhale into our belly first, then pull the breath up into our ribs to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 6, repeating it 3 times. Let's go. Inhale to the belly. 4, 3, pull that breath up into your ribcage, expanding your ribs, sitting a tad bit taller. 1. And exhale, pulling your ribs together. 5, 4, 3. Pull your belly button back. 2. And 1. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. 4, 3. Pull the breath up into your ribs. 2, 1. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, pull the breath up into your ribs, expand, 2, 1, and exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands left and right of your thighs. See whether the calmness has actually spread all the way up into your rib cage and your mind is even emptier than before. Lastly, place your fingertips lightly onto your collarbones, sitting a tad bit taller while you inhale into your belly. 4, 3, pull it into your rib cage. 2, and then all the way up to your collarbone. 1, and exhale from your collarbone. 6, 5, pull your ribs together. 4, 3, belly button back. 2, 1. And inhale. 4, 3, 2 into the ribs, 1 into the collarbones. And exhale. 6, 5, contract your ribs. 4, 3, pull your belly button back. 2, and 1. Last inhale into the belly. 4, 3, pull it up into your ribs. 2, and into your collarbones. 1. Exhaling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, place your palms or hands left and right of your thighs and listen into your body, whether the calmness has spread all the way up to your shoulders, up to your head, emptiness in your mind. And then slowly open your eyes. Interlace your fingers in front of your body. Inhale, reach your hands up. Be gentle with a stretch. We're still not warmed up properly, but reach those hands up. Look up if you want to, or drop your chin down to your chest. Feel the stretch from your hips along your ribs, all the way along your arms, across your hands, and exhale. Take your hands down, gently tugging on your wrists, feeling the stretch across the palm of your hands, your wrists, and all the way down your arms and across your shoulder girdle. If you're very tense, you might actually feel it along your neck. Inhale, reach your hands up again. Take those shoulders along, lengthening that space from the bottom of your shoulder blades all the way down to your hips. And exhale, go down again, tugging on your wrists. This time, take your chin down to your chest. You might feel a stretch along your neck. Last time, inhale, go up. And this time we're going to take our arms behind our body. You'll feel that your chest is opening. Tighten your core so that you don't go into a hollow back. Keep pulling those arms back. You'll feel them across your shoulders and along your arms. Exhale, come on down and tug on your wrists. If you want to, rotate your shoulders backwards, so you're going to open your anterior deltoids. Very good. Let go of your fingers, wriggle your fingers, and rotate your wrists in both directions. Very good. Reach your arms out while inhaling, spreading or splaying your fingers so you'll feel the stretch between your fingers. Try to keep your arms horizontal to the floor. Keep spreading those fingers. They'll thank you later. And exhale, go hug yourself, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, taking your chin down to your chest. Inhale again, reach out this time. Take those arms behind your body and look left and right to see that your arms are not down at an angle, but they're straight, they're horizontal to the floor. And reach back, 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 back. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your chin down to your chest. It's not a very comfortable position, but it's very good. Okay, exhale. Go hug yourself. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Those who have tight upper backs, they'll definitely feel that one. Inhale, let's reach those fingers out again. Turn our palms down. Fold your thumbs in and then encircle your thumbs with your fingers, making a fist and gently tugging those fists down. Very good. Keep breathing. Try to take your shoulders away from your ears. Sit nice and tall. Relax your forehead. Keep breathing. If you want to change the position of your lower body, go into a kneeling position or just relax your legs and stretch them out in front of you. Very good. Gently raise those fists horizontal to the ground again. Open your hands, wriggle your fingers. We'll be starting to feel this in the shoulders. I feel it too, don't worry. Inhale, exhale. Let's rotate to the right side. Your gaze follows your right arm. Doesn't have to be a big movement, small movement. We're still warming up. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, rotate to the left side. Gaze follows your left arm. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back to center. Take your hands down and try to press those palms firmly left and right of your hips. Those who have long legs, please sit on a cushion. Laurence, I can hardly reach the floor, so that means my torso is much longer than my hands. You'll feel a stretch all the way along your arm and across your shoulders. Please take your hands left and right of your thighs. You, fingers pointing forward. Yes. And now try to sit up nice and tall. Do you feel it in your arms? Good. Good. Okay. Now, for those who are crazy, you can actually try to lift your legs. I'm kidding. Okay. Wriggle. I'm in a very funny mood today. Wriggle your fingers. Rotate your shoulders back and forward. Very good. Okay, let's come into tabletop position. If you feel like you need to shake your legs to get the blood flowing in those legs and in the ankles, please do so. Maybe you're already sitting on the sofa with a glass of champagne. Who knows? Very good. Make sure that your hands are under your shoulders and your fingers are splayed. Try to make an L shape between your thumb and your index finger. The center of your palm is not pressing firmly into the ground. Your knees are under your hips. And we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows. So we're going to inhale. We're going to make a hollow back. Raise that head up. And exhale, curl your tailbone under, round your lower back, round your upper back. Press firmly into that mat. Imagine you're trying to lift the ceiling off with your shoulders. Just this middle part between your shoulder blades. Okay, inhale, arch your back, open your chest, look up towards the ceiling. Do small movements. Let's start small and get bigger. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more of each. Inhale, cow. This is an excellent exercise or asana to actually get the vagus nerve activated, especially in the morning. You can do it in a seated position as well. And exhale, cat. Very good. Let's walk our hands about 20 centimeters away from your body. We're going to go into puppy pose. Your hands are a bit wider than shoulder width and just lower your chest down to the mat. Those who have neck problems, try to look left or right. You should feel a stretch across your chest and your sit bones want to reach up towards the ceiling. Your arms are engaged, your hands are engaged. Very good. With the next inhale, let's come back into tabletop position. As we always do, let's stretch our toes by inhaling.
Tightening that core, round your upper back, lift your knees. Let those knees hover just above the mat. Look straight down to the mat. Pressing firmly into the mat so your arms are engaged, your shoulders are round. And keep breathing. You're doing fantastic. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Lower your toes down and come into active armed child's pose. Allow your belly to rest onto your thighs. Drop your chin or your chest down to the mat and walk your fingertips away from your body. Actively stretching those arms out of your shoulder sockets. And then on your exhale, lower your sit bones down onto your heels, actively pulling your shoulder blades down towards the tailbone, and you'll feel a lengthening within the shoulder socket and along your arms. Next inhale, walk those fingertips away again, lengthening the arms. Slight tug in your shoulder girdle, and then exhale, pull on back, actively pulling your shoulder blades down towards your tailbone. With the next inhale, let's do that one more time. Walking those fingertips away. Your shoulders naturally come towards your ears, and then actively pull the shoulders away from your ears. And lower your tailbone or sit bones down to your heels. The next inhale, look towards your hands and come back into tabletop. If you want to tuck your toes under, you can. We're not going to raise off the knees off the mat. Just stretch your left leg out. Actively, beautifully engaging your calf muscles. The heel is engaged. The big toe is facing down. Close that hip. Rather close it too much than having it open, or else you'll have distortion of weight in your hips. Your quad is engaged. Engage your core, pull your shoulders away from your ears, and then extend your right arm and reach those fingertips away from your body. So you're growing on a diagonal. It doesn't matter where your hand or your foot is, can be hovering above the mat, or it can be raised up towards the ceiling. Do as much as feels good to you today. Inhale, exhale, lower hand and knee. And let's stretch the other side. Stretch that right leg out, flex the foot, rotate that hip so it's closed, engaging calf and quad muscles and core, and then stretch your left hand out, growing on a diagonal. And lower your left hand down, your right knee down. Take your knees out to the edge of your mat. Come into wide knee child's pose, allowing your sit bones to rest on your heels and your abdomen or chest to go down towards the mat. Chin or forehead goes down onto the mat, whatever feels most comfortable. Feel that stretch across the iliosacral joint. Inhale and exhale, allow your pelvis to widen and open and drop down. If anybody suffers from lower back pain or menstrual pain or lower abdominal pain, this is a beautiful asana to get it all nicely stretched out and relaxed. With the next inhale, look towards your hands and slowly come on back. Take your knees under your hips again. You can tuck your toes under if you want to or not. Take your right hand under your body. We're going to inhale. We're going to open the left shoulder. And our gaze follows the left hand, reaching up towards the ceiling. Slight upper torso twist. And then exhale, come on down again. Replace your left hand onto the mat. Inhale. And exhale, reach up with your right hand, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come on down. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, up. Opening your chest. Exhale, come on down. And inhale, up again. Firmly pressing into that hand that's on the mat. Exhale, come on down. Very good. Let's go into puppy pose one more time, walking your hands away from your body,
Lowering your chest down towards the mat, opening your upper torso, allowing your intestines to drop down towards your ribs. Not a good idea if you had some food. And with the next inhale, raise up again. Come a little closer with your hands. Tuck your toes under and let's push up into our first downward facing dog. Walking that dog. Be gentle with your entire body. We're still warming up. Pedal those ankles, take those knees along and the hips along. And while we're taking our dog for a walk, let's get the alignment right. So our fingers are splayed, our hands are shoulder width apart, our upper arms are rotated out, our shoulders are squared and shoulder blades are pulling down towards the tailbone. Now make a hollow back so that your sit bones want to go look up at the ceiling, and then try to stretch those legs if possible, engaging your quads by pulling your kneecaps up, and then lower your heels down towards the mat as far as they go. You'll feel that beautiful stretch from your ankle up along your legs. Those are your hamstrings. Welcome them. Beautiful stretch. And then you look towards your knees or your thighs. Don't forget to breathe. With the next inhale, look towards your hands and slowly float towards plank, pulling your shoulders away from your ears in the forward motion. Your heels are pulling back, your feet are hip distance apart, your legs are engaged, your core is engaged, your upper body slightly round. Exhale, allow your core to pull you back into downward facing dog. Those of you who have your heels on the ground, lift your toes. If you feel you're too far away from your hands, walk towards your hands until the angle feels right to you, and you can actually tilt your sit bones up towards the ceiling. The next inhale, look forward to your hands and float towards and into a plank. And look straight down to the mat, extending your neck. It's part of your spine. Pull your heels away from your body. Pull them back towards the wall or the window, whatever is behind you. And exhale, go back into downward facing dog. Let's speed this up a bit. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. 2 more. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, stay in plank. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears. I hope you're still liking me. Take your right hand under your body center line, open onto the left side. Let's come into side plank. If that is too much, drop your right knee down onto the mat and open with a supported side plank. If it's not enough, then lift your left leg up. Crazy, I know, I had espressos. Okay, exhale, come into the center again, into plank. Take your left hand under your center line, open over to the right side. Same thing here. Your right hand reaches up in towards the ceiling. If you want to support it, lower your left knee down. Perfectly okay. If it's not enough, then raise your right leg. Come on down, exhale, come back into center, into plank. Because it's so beautiful, let's lower down into low plank. This is what holidays do to you. Very good. Inhale, go up into high plank again. Exhale, go down into low plank. We're going to stay in low plank because it's so great. Make sure you have a 90-degree angle between your upper arm and your lower arm, and your arms are parallel to the outside edges of your mat. Now we're going to drop our heels over to the right. Allow your hips to go kiss the mat. Come up into plank again, or lower plank. Drop your heels to the left. Allow your hip
to kiss the mat. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, go over to the right. Last time, kiss the mat. Inhale, center. Left time, left side, last time. Kiss the mat. Come into center. Lower your lower body down to the mat. Come into Sphinx pose. Flatten your toes and open that chest. Imagine you're lengthening your spine. Something's pulling you up towards the ceiling. And you feel your spine lengthening from your tailbone, through your lumbar, into your chest. Be nice and proud. Your shoulders are pulling away from your ears. Your neck is growing like crazy. And then look up. No clue whether the Sphinx pose or those sphinxes in Egypt. Look up. Gotta go to Egypt. And enjoy this because this is resting pose. Opening that chest. If you have lower back pain, tighten your core. Engage your legs, engage your toes. Point them, lift the legs off the mat. And then lower your legs down. Tuck your toes under. Come up onto your knees and come into puppy pose. Catch your breath. Inhale, come on back. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Your toes are still tucked and push up into downward facing dog. Walk that dog. This time take your ankles, your knees, and your hips along. If you want to take your shoulders along, do so. Look left and right under your arms. Feel that beautiful stretch along your hamstrings, maybe even along your arms. And ground through your hands. And then raise your feet up onto your toes, tilting your pelvis so that your sit bones look up towards the ceiling. Make sure you widen your shoulder blades and you're looking towards your knees or your calves or even your ankles. Then lower your feet down again. Very good. With the next inhale, let's raise that left foot up towards the ceiling, coming into a three-legged dog. Most of the time when we go into a three-legged dog, we automatically open that shoulder of the leg that's raised. So currently, with the left foot up, we'll open that left shoulder. We don't want that. Close that left shoulder. Try to move your left shoulder towards your right thigh. Then you're parallel to the ground. Very good. Reach those toes of your left foot up towards the ceiling. Then bend your left knee and open your left hip. Look under your right arm. You'll see your left foot. Still, your shoulders are square. Those of you who want to go into wide child, please do so. You'll have to turn your right foot so that you're on the outer edge of your right foot. Drop your left foot down onto the mat. Your pelvis and your belly are showing up towards the ceiling, then open your chest. Your entire body weight is on your right hand and both feet. With the next inhale, twist your upper body back towards the mat. Turn on the ball of your right foot and reach your left toes up towards the mat. Then raise your right foot onto those toes, extending the three-legged dog, reaching those left toes up towards the mat. Drop your right heel onto the mat. Bend your left knee towards your nose just to close the hip. Because it's so much fun, extend your left leg under your right side of your body. Come on back, knee to nose. Come back into a three-legged dog one last time, extending the left foot up towards the ceiling, and then take that left foot down and replace it on the mat. Walk that dog. And compare the sensation that you have in the left side of your hip and your body, especially the leg, to the right side. We're going to repeat that obviously on the right side so that we're balanced. So find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Adjust the position of your feet. Inhale, reach your right toes up towards the ceiling. Make sure you close your shoulder, your right shoulder, so it's parallel to your hips. Reach the right toes up towards the ceiling. Press firmly into the hands. You'll feel that triangle that's formed between your arms and your standing leg to extend. Bend that right knee, drop it behind your body. Look under your left arm. You'll see your foot. Very good. Feel a stretch in your left inner thigh. If you want to go into wild child, open your left foot so that on your outer edge, drop your right foot behind your body and pop your pelvis up towards the ceiling and open your chest, drop your right arm towards the floor. On the next inhale, rotate your upper body back so that your both hands are on the mat. And stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling one last time. Reach up and pop up onto the toes of your left foot, extending that three-legged dog. Reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Replace your left heel. Bend your right knee towards your nose, scrunching your belly muscles, closing the hip. Extend that right leg under your body. Point your toes. And come on back, right knee to nose. Reach the right toes up towards the ceiling one last time before we're placing the right foot onto the mat and take that dog for a walk. Now you should feel balanced in the left and the right side of your body. You should feel 2 meters longer or taller. Nicely air-conditioned hips. And find some stillness in your downward facing dog. With the next inhale, look towards your hands and hop or step towards your hands. Come into a half lift, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Try to see that you are not leaning back onto your heels. You're looking straight down to the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees so that your abdomen can come to rest onto your thighs. Drop your shoulders and head down towards the mat. Let gravity do its job. You might feel a stretch in your ankles and all the way up your calves and up along your glutes, which is good. Let's inhale, let's come back into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold with straight legs if you can. And then inhale, slowly come all the way up with your hands towards the ceiling, reaching those fingertips up. Take your shoulders along. Lengthen that space between your hip, along your obliques, all the way up to your hands. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to sway to the right, just with your upper body from your hips to your fingertips. Inhale, come to center. Reach up. Exhale, go to the left. Upper arm pulls. Inhale, one more time, up. Tighten your core so that you don't get lower back issues. Exhale, go over to the right side. Your left hand is pulling. Inhale. Last time over to the left. Pull and lengthen that right side. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, pull your shoulders down. Take your hands to your heart center. Great job. Even if it's hot. Very good. If you're not at the top of your mat, come to the top of your mat. Big toes slightly touching. Let's get that beautiful stance ready. Your legs are engaged. Tilt your pelvis slightly forward. Tighten your core. Open your chest. Inhale. Hands reach up. We're going to flow through sun salutation and go to the warriors. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Step back into plank with your left foot. Feel nice and comfortable in this plank. And then come down into chaturanga, bending your elbows really close to your body. Inhale, come into upward facing dog, rotating your shoulders back or come into cobra. Exhale, allow your core to pull yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, hop or step towards your hands, come straight into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, come all the way up. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and hands in front of your heart center. Again, inhale, fingers go up, shoulders are away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into plank with your right foot. Come all the way down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. If you're in upward facing dog, make sure that your feet and your legs are engaged and your core is tight. Exhale, pull yourself into downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here, catch your breath. Align your body properly, fingers are splayed, hands are shoulder width apart, upper arms are rotated out, shoulders are nice and wide, shoulder blades are pulling down to your tailbones, sit bones are tilted up towards the ceiling, lengthening those hamstrings, and heels are pulling down towards the mat. Your gaze is towards your thighs or your knees. Your neck is relaxed. If you want to give your head a shake and a nod, please do so. For the next inhale, look forward, hop or step towards your hands and come straight into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up with your fingertips, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, hands come down to your heart center. Great job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hop or step back into plank. Bend your elbows, come down into chaturanga. Don't lie down. Keep those elbows really close towards your ribs and push back up into a plank. We can all do this even if it's just imagined. Exhale, go on down. And inhale, come into upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, pull yourself into downward facing dog. That was the last one of those. I'm not going to promise, but I think so. Shake your head in consternation. Very good. Reach those sit bones up towards the ceiling, feeling those hamstrings being stretched. Inhale, look forward. Step between your hands with your left foot. Place your right foot into warrior one position. Toes are at a 45-degree angle. If you feel wobbly, then walk your left foot towards the edge of the mat. Hurley, come here. Inhale, push up into warrior one. Pull your shoulders away. Normally when we come up like this, our shoulders are up by our ears. So actively pull them down away from your ears and lower your left leg into a beautiful 90-degree angle. Make sure that you don't tilt your pelvis. Tilt it forward. Don't go into a hollow back. You'll feel the stretch in your right psoas. Very good. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, lower your pelvis down a bit more. If you need to walk your left feet forward or toes towards the edge of the mat, do so. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, open that chest, offering your heart and throat up towards the ceiling. Keep tilting your pelvis forward so you can feel it in your psoas. Don't forget the bend in your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come on down. Your left hand will be on the inside of your left leg. Drop your right knee down to the mat, flatten the toes down, and shimmy your knee back until you can feel that stretch in your psoas. So it's basically a supported low warrior one. Again, we're going to reach our arms up. Make sure you don't have a hollow back. Lengthen that spine and open your chest up to the ceiling again. Beautiful. Lower that pelvis down a bit more. Feel that extended stretch in your right psoas. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place your hands down onto the mat. Tuck your right toes under. Come back up into warrior one. Support it with your hands. Then open up into warrior two. You'll have to adjust the stance of your left foot so that your left heel aligns with the center of your right arch. Come straight up into warrior two. Reach those arms out. Make sure that your entire upper body is in one line and you're not leaning forward. Look to the left middle finger. Drop those shoulders down. And let's bend down a bit more. Feel that nice stretch in your left inner thigh. Inhale, drop your right hand onto your right thigh. Reach your left hand up first. Feel the stretch along your left obliques. And then exhale, going back into reverse warrior. Look down to your right outer foot or up towards the ceiling. Don't forget that left bend. Inhale, come back into warrior two. Stretch that left leg. Engage your left quad by pulling your kneecap up. Lengthen with your inhale. Exhale, shift your torso over your left leg. We're going to go into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Exhale, lower down with your left hand wherever it goes, whether it's your thigh or your calf or your ankle. The right arm reaches up, and imagine you're leaning against a wall. So you're pulling your left shoulder away from your ear, and your shoulder blade wants to go down towards your tailbone. Reach up. You'll feel a stretch in your left inner thigh. Make sure your left quad is engaged. Very good. Inhale, lengthen. Come up, bend your left leg. Come into warrior two. Very good. Windmill your hands down towards the mat. Step back into plank. Feeling very elongated on the left side. Exhale, come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the dog and give your head a shake and a nod. Feeling nice and long on the left side, especially in the leg area. Find some stillness. Inhale, look towards your hands and take your right foot towards your hands. Come into warrior one on the left side. Same thing here again. If you feel unstable, move your right foot to the edge of the mat. Root down through your right foot, bend your right knee at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, come on up. Reach your hands up, pull your shoulders down. Tilt your pelvis, tighten that core. And you'll feel a stretch in the psoas, but not as much yet. Very good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open your chest, and you're only bending from your lower ribs all the way up towards your chest, offering your heart and your throat to the ceiling. Drop your hips a bit further down, extending that stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come on down. Both hands come down. Drop your left knee down onto the mat. Shimmy your knee back so that you can feel that stretch already in your psoas. If you want to flatten your toe, fine. If you feel more stable with your toe tucked under, fine too. Here again, don't go into a hollow back. Tilt your pelvis under, tighten that core, reach your hands up. Shoulders come up and open your chest. Offering your heart and your throat up towards the ceiling, dropping your hip down. Your psoas is going to be stretched. If you feel you need to stretch more, walk your right foot away from your body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come on down. Push up on your left foot, get it at a 90-degree angle, and come into warrior two. Lower down into beautiful bend on your right leg. Feel that stretch on the right inner thigh. Make sure your body goes straight down. Very good. Stretch out your arms. Look to the middle finger of your right hand. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. Look to your left hand as well. Note that your left hand is all the way down at your thigh. Reach up. Be a proud warrior. Transfer weight to the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, drop your left hand onto your left thigh and reach up with your right hand, going to reverse warrior here. Exhale. Either look up or down, depending on how healthy your neck is today. Don't forget the bend in your right knee. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Stretch your right leg. If you need to get your stance smaller, move the foot that has the least weight. So it would be the left foot. Engage your right quad by pulling your right kneecap up. Drop your right hand down. Excuse me, let's come back into straight arm pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Forward, forward, forward. And then drop your hand down. Excuse my blunder. And then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards your left hand. And imagine you're leaning against the wall. So you're opening your left shoulder. And imagine there's this beautiful firm wall behind you and you're resting against it. Make sure you engage your right quad by pulling your kneecap up. With the next inhale, come on back into warrior two. And then bend your knee, come down, windmilling your hands, come back into plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And walk that dog. Beautiful. Now both sides should feel nicely elongated, nicely stretched. And find some stillness in your downward facing dog. The next inhale, look towards your hands and walk or hop towards them. We're going to go into chair pose. Ankles are really close together. Press those knees together. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Tilt your pelvis, tighten your core, open your chest, look down. Can you see your toenails? Good. If not, shift your weight towards your heels. Make sure you don't fall into a hollow back, so tilt that tailbone under. Very good. Inhale, lengthen your spine, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, sit down a bit. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit down. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, lengthen last. Exhale, sit down. We're going to sit here. I'll tell you about my hike today. I'm kidding. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold. Take your feet hip distance apart. Make 2 fists. Place those fists tightly against each other. Place them between your feet. Flush. That's hip width apart. And just allow your upper body to hang there. If you want to bend your knees, please do so and rest your abdomen on your legs. Then allow your shoulders and neck and head to gently be pulled down towards the mat by gravity. You'll feel a stretch along those fillet muscles left and right of your spine. One more deep inhale. And exhale, stretch those legs. And now I'd like you to place your left hand, if you can reach the floor, if not your fist, or your fingertips, whatever you can reach, whatever body part can touch the floor. If you can't, then place a book or a block between, okay? So your right hand is in between your feet. Your left hand will go and touch the small of your back, or you've got your iliosacral joint. Inhale, lengthen that spine, pulling the shoulder away from your ear. Exhale, bend that right leg and reach the left arm up and open your left side of your chest up towards the ceiling. And really reach that left hand up towards the ceiling and firmly pressing into the mat with your right hand. So your arms are growing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come on down, change sides. Left hand goes down, left knee gets bent, right knee is straight. Right hand goes all the way up towards the ceiling, opening that chest almost like in Trikonasana. Your fingers of your right hand are pulling up towards the ceiling and the left hand is firmly pressing into the ground. Reach up with an inhale and exhale, come on down. And just grab hold of your elbows and sway from side to side and allow your head to reach down towards the mat. Allow it to get heavy.
And the swinging motion to one side most probably will be easier and bigger than to the other side. That's normal. Then come to center, let go of your elbows. And walk your toes out. Maybe you'll have to walk your heels out as well. We're going to come into Malasana. Allow your pelvis to come on down. And try to drop your entire glute down, down, down. So your sit bones, they're looking down at your mat. Okay? If your heels are not touching, then roll up or double up your mat or put blocks under your heels. Take your hands in front of your heart center. Open up by pressing your upper arms against your knees. Hurley, come here. Hurley. Excuse my dog. Not here. Oh, well. Okay. I'm so sorry. We're all on holiday. Okay. Sit up nice and tall and press those upper arms against your knees. And now press those knees against your upper arms so that you'll feel the stretch across the outside of your hips. I'm sorry. Very good. Okay, now for the challenge of the day. We had that on Thursday, Tanya. So we're going to do this again. We are going to reach our hands through our legs. And we can see our pubic bone if we're lucky, right? So the upper arm is going to reach through and your shoulders are almost where your knees are. And then you're going to push your arms out and lower your backside. So your upper arms are squeezed in between your quads and your thighs. And then you're going to place that space between your thumb and your index finger behind your heels. And then you're going to shimmy your feet towards each other. And you'll feel that the entire body weight is hanging like a cradle on those upper arms. It looks far more difficult than it is. Now you tighten your core and you round your upper back and you try to lift one foot off. Amazing. You replace that foot and then you try to lift the other foot. Amazing. And then you try to lift both. And then either you try to squeeze those feet together or you try to stretch those legs. Or you just hang there. And then you replace the feet and then you sit down. And then you feel amazing about yourself because you did something really crazy on a Wednesday evening. And then you reach your arms out. Try to lengthen that spine. Go into butterfly pose with your feet, just opening those hips, getting that weight off and reach out. And feel like you're suspended between the ceiling and the mat. And then take your hands in front of you. And maybe you need to shimmy your feet away from your pubic bone because we are just going to allow our head to drop down towards those feet. Don't pull. I'd like gravity to do its job. You'll feel a stretch in the outside of your hips and alongside your spine. And allow your hands to rest wherever they want to rest. Just don't pull on any body part. Allow your shoulders to relax. Your iliosacral joint will be nicely stretched in all directions. With the next inhale, slowly come on back into a straight seated position. Take your hands to move your knees towards each other. Cross your knees. Place your hands behind your glutes, fingertips pointing towards your glutes, and sway your knees from side to side just to close that hip joint again. Change your knees. Sway from side to side. And because we're already here, we are going to go into reverse tabletop because evil arms is just not, that would not be nice today. Okay, your hands are behind your body.
Your thumbs are touching each other. Your fingers are splayed. Your shoulders are still looking forward. But on your next inhale, you're going to open your chest and rotate your shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then you're going to transfer your weight into your hands and into your feet and press those hip bones up towards the ceiling. You'll feel the stretch across your hands, along your arms, and to your deltoids. If your head is too heavy and it doesn't feel comfortable in your neck, just look alongside your thighs, down towards your knees, pressing firmly into your hands and into your feet. Your glutes are being squeezed like there's no tomorrow. Beautiful. Beautiful stretch in your biceps. Yes. We're going to stay for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoever's attending my class, I owe you an ice cream. Exhale. Come on down. And I'd like you to come straight into boat pose, because we were there, right? So, boat pose. You're not supposed to feel it in your psoas. The only body part that's working is the core here. So find an angle between your upper body and your lower body until that core has to actually kick in and work. And then you stay there and you open that chest and extend your hands. Plant a big fat smile on your face. Point those toes. If your legs are not stretched, it doesn't matter. Make that core work for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And cross your ankles, lift your pelvis, sit down again. Let's go again. 2 more. If you can stretch one leg, fine. If not, it doesn't matter. Feel that core working. Excellent workout. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs the other way. Lift your pelvis, come on down. Last round, we're almost done. Open the chest, tighten the core. Point those beautiful toes and the beautiful fingers. And your shoulders are going away from your ears. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross those ankles. Lift the pelvis, sit down, and leave your ankles crossed. Sit up nice and tall. Root through your sit bones and just walk forward with your hands until you are at a point where you feel the stretch in the leg that is in the front. We'll do both sides, don't worry. Don't allow your shoulders to be at your ears. Pull them away from your ears, lengthening those hands, playing the fingers. And if you don't feel a stretch in the outside of your hips, then just lower your upper body further down and down and down until you actually do feel a stretch, or else we'll have to go into pigeon pose as well. The next inhale, come on up. Cross your legs the other way around so that we can get that stretched as well. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands out until you feel a stretch in the outside of your hips, and walk your fingers away and drop your head down. If you are that low, make sure that your sit bones are still on the mat. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And inhale, slowly come on back. Very good. Stretch your legs. I said I was going to get carried away a bit today. Engage those legs. Flex those feet so your toes are actually facing towards you. Your sit bones are beautifully rooted into the ground. And just, Florence, sit on a cushion, please. Lengthen those hands, and you'll feel that if you're engaging your arms and you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears, your hand might be hovering above the mat. Reach down, and you'll feel the stretch from your earlobe along your neck, across the shoulder, and all the way down into your hand. Don't sit behind your sit bones. Sit firmly on those sit bones, splaying those fingers, stretching the arms down, all the way down to the mat, and your chin goes down towards your chest. A seated staff pose. Feels a bit ridiculous, but is a beautiful stretch. Inhale and relax. Now just walk your fingers towards your ankles, wherever they want to go. Your legs are engaged and you are bending from your hips. Okay? With your inhale, pull that belly button back towards the spine. That's one of the reasons we don't eat before yoga. Many reasons. Inhale, belly back. Exhale, bend. And you going down or forward first with your sternum. So somebody's pulling you. And your sternum wants to go and touch your toes. And then when you reach that maximum point, and you feel a stretch from your heel all the way along your quads, then allow your head to drop down towards your knees or your calves, shins or thighs, wherever your body is, and your upper back may be round. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold down, and use your fingertips to walk towards or past your feet. Last time, inhale. Exhale, walk forward. With the next inhale, look towards your toes, and then slowly use your hands to come back into upright seated position, lengthening your spine. Your shoulders are squared, your neck is lengthened, and your head comes up too. Very nice. Take your heels towards your glutes. Take your hands behind your body. You might have to scoot towards your heels and come lie down on your mat. Be gentle with your lower back because we did bend forward. Maybe take your knees towards your chest. Gentle pull and sway from side to side, massaging the lower back. You're going to come into bridge pose just to open up the front. And then we're going to go into much deserved Shavasana. You did great work. Okay, take your feet down onto the mat. Your feet are hip distance apart. Your big toes are slightly pointed towards each other. And when you stretch your arms, your fingertips can touch your heels. Very good. Now we're going to inhale, and we're only going to slightly tilt that pelvis. So just your tailbone and maybe part of your iliosacral joint will come off the mat. It's like your pubic bone wants to come say hi to your nose, okay? And then exhale, lower that pelvis down to the mat again. Inhale again, tilt the pelvis up a bit higher. You might feel a stretch in your psoas and in your quads. Make sure you firmly press the soles of your feet into the mat. Exhale, come on down again. Inhale, come on up and raise your lower back off the mat. Tuck that in so you can see. So up to your bra strap about, your back is off the mat. And then exhale, come on down again. And when you go down, make sure that you come down to the mat vertebra after vertebra and not just plunk your entire spine down onto the mat again. Inhale, come up as high as you can, as high as feels comfortable today. Rotate your upper arms under your body and your shoulders as well. If that feels comfortable, don't look left or right anymore. Interlace your fingers under your body and firmly press the hands and the arms into the mat, giving yourself a bit of a boost up towards the ceiling, enabling to open your chest even more. Make sure you've got that ping pong ball between your chin and your chest and the purple balloon between your knees. Inhale deeply into your belly and into your chest. And exhale, let go of your interlaced fingers, uncurl your upper arms and shoulders, and slowly allow your spine to come down onto the mat. Tilt that pelvis again so that your pubic bone can look at your nose, and then lower that tailbone down onto the mat. Take your left knee and hug it gently towards your chest, stretching your right leg out. And reach that right leg firmly out of your hip so you feel that stretch in your right psoas. If you want to, take your right palm and firmly press onto that psoas area and hip bone. Pulling that left knee towards your chest, lengthen your neck and pulling your chin down towards your chest. Point the toes of both feet. Inhale, change sides. Tug your right knee towards your chest with your right hand. Stretch that left leg out with pointed toes out of that hip so you can feel the stretch in your psoas. Firmly pressing down with the left palm. Lengthen that spine and tug your chin towards your chest. And with the next inhale, let's come into happy baby. And while we grab hold of our feet, our shoulders and tailbone most probably are not on the mat. So we're going to start right at the top. So the back of our head is firmly planted into that mat. We elongate the spine, and then we pull our shoulder blades down towards the mat, right? And then the upper back is firmly on the mat. Let's try to get the lower back onto the mat. And keep traveling up and down your spine to make sure that your entire spine is flush against the mat. And now tug on those feet, trying to get those knees down towards the mat, opening your inner thighs, giving them a nice stretch. And now let's try to tilt that tailbone down towards the mat. Most of the time, if we tilt the tailbone down, our neck will come off the mat, or even our shoulder blades. So travel up again, adjust that, and see whether that works for you today. Inhale, exhale, tug last time on those feet, getting the knees down towards the mat. Inhale, let go of your feet, cross those knees, and either grab your knees and pull them to your chest, or take hold of your ankles or feet and pull them down towards your hip. You'll feel the stretch if your right knee is closer to your chest. You'll feel the stretch in the right outer hip and right outer thigh, maybe even in part of your right glute. The next inhale, stretch your legs, cross your knees the other way, and either hug your knees towards your chest to feel the stretch, or grab hold of your ankles and feet, tugging them down towards your hip. And this time you'll feel the stretch if your left knee is closer to your chest, in your left outer hip and your left outer thigh. Depending on how hard you tug on your left ankle or foot, maybe even in your left glutes. Beautiful stretch. It's cow face pose in supine position, just lying down. We'll do cow face next Wednesday. Inhale, let's stretch those legs out, up towards the ceiling. Last effort. Let's make it count. Point those toes up towards the ceiling and inspect those beautiful legs raised up towards the ceiling. Flex your wrists, splaying your fingers, and then flex your ankles as well. Your toes are pulling down towards your chest. Find an angle in your hip so that your core doesn't have to work. Pull your shoulder blades down towards the mat. Going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shake it out. Shake out any tension that is in your body. Ankles, wrists, fingers, knees, toes, whatever needs to be shaken. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower your legs and arms down onto the mat. The palms are facing down, and we're going to inhale into our chest, lifting the back ribs off the ground, making a hollow back at the same time. And then exhale, allow your ribs, upper back to drop down onto the mat. And then press the small of your back down onto the mat. Same thing again, your pubic bone tilts up towards your nose. Inhale, raise your chest off the mat again. Hollow your back. Exhale, drop your ribs down and drop that small of your back down onto the mat. Inhale one more time, arching your back. And exhale, find the natural curve of your spine. And turn your palms towards the ceiling. And relax in your beautifully and much deserved Shavasana. Allow your body to grow heavy and sink into the mat. Allow your breath to find its natural calm rhythm. Your feet and your ankles relax. Your calves, your knees, relax. Your quads, your hips, relax. Your abdomen, your chest, relax. Your shoulders, your arms, relax. Your wrists, the palm of your hands, your fingers, relax. The back of your head lays heavily on the mat. Relax. Your forehead, your eyebrows, the space between your eyebrows. Relax. The tip of your nose, your lips, your tongue. Relax. Your lower jaw, your chin. Relax. Your cheeks, your ears. Relax. The entire backside of your body. Relax. The entire front side of your body. Relax. Allow your entire body to grow heavy, to sink into the mat. Surrender your weight to Mother Earth, where you're protected and safe. With your next inhale, come back into your space on your mat, into your body. Bring awareness into your body. And gently wriggle your fingers and toes, slowly awakening. And then take a deep inhale into your belly, lifting your arms over your head And give yourself a nice stretch from your fingertips all the way down to the tip of your toes. Stretching that beautiful body of yours. When you're ready, hug one knee towards your chest after the other. And then gently sway from side to side, activating Idam Pingala, the nadis left and right of your spine. Be gentle with your spine. And then roll over into embryo pose, moving forehead towards the knees. Allowing that relaxation to sink into your body. With the next inhale, if you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position, rooting through your sit bones into your mat and into the earth. Lengthen your spine. Your hands can be either on your knees or in your lap, wherever they feel most comfortable today. Allow your entire lower body to let go. Allow your entire upper body to simply let go. And scan your body from head to toe for any discomfort or dis-ease. Should you encounter any, direct your breath there. We're going to take 3 deep inhales through our nose, and we're going to exhale out of an open mouth, lion's breath. I welcome you or invite you to stick out your tongue if it feels comfortable to you. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hands in front of your heart center, gently touching your sternum with your thumbs, and lower your forehead down to your fingertips in gratitude for the time, patience, and strength you invested in the best person in the world, yourself. Recall that intention that you set beginning of the class. Take your thumbs up to your forehead. Love is in your thoughts. Take them down to your lips. Love is in your words. And back down to your heart center where love resides. Allow that sensation to expand within your physical body. And let it grow bigger out into your emotional body and out into your world, into the universe. Let it touch as many people as you want to and as you can. Just don't forget yourself. Om Swastiatu. Thank you for joining my class.